The old pirate ship is coming along fine. She needs paint, new sails, and a coat or two. But she'll sail when the wind blows, and she'll be out on the sea at high tide. Or maybe not, who knows? Maybe the sea will run dry. Maybe there won't be any storms that might blow us back into the sea of oblivion. I don't care what happens now. Doesn't matter anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. As long as it doesn't happen to me. If you're thinking that I'm frightened, think again. Because if things go bad, then my life's over anyways. So what do I care? When I die, I'll get baptized in the deepest hole. I could dig through the earth and find an underground place to stay. But I ain't going down without a fight, see? One more battle to take out the trash. Go ahead, one said. If you dare, you should never turn away your enemies, he replied. He looked up at them and smiled with his eyes. These are the last words you'll hear from me today. Let me live my life and make the most of it. Remember this, when you lie awake and pray, I was born to survive. This is the day that our lives begin anew. Don't cry for those who have died so far away in wars that weren't ours. Let their memories rest. Their spirits are free to roam and play. We'll soon meet them in better places. Behold, these are the last words you'll hear from me. Let me live my life and make the most of it. Remember this, when you lie awake and pray, I was born to survive. The last line of verse 10 was sung by everyone. They were silent as the song ended, and many shed tears. Few of them even burst into tears. Everyone stood up and clapped, wishing him well, and he gave a small speech, thanking them for their help. Now my work is done, my ship has come, and I must leave before the night comes for me again. Then he raised his glass once more and silently said, let's drink to peace and justice tonight. I'm listening to the radio, the news is all bad news. I'm listening to the radio, the news is all bad news. And some things are better left unsaid. But now I'm hearing about your troubles, and it's not much good for a man to learn how to smile when he knows he's going to cry. Sometimes I feel like a stranger in my own land, in this crazy world we're living in. There's only one thing that I know that makes a man strong and gives him courage to grow. It's knowing there's someone else who cares. I've got a friend who loves me. She'll help me when I need her hand. I know that someday soon we'll both have our dreams, and everything will be alright. You took my hand, you helped me see that everything would be alright. All the rainbows come shining through. I've got a friend who loves me. She'll help me when I need her hand. I've got a friend who loves me. She'll help me when I need her hand. I've been working on an oil rig up on the high seas, a long way from home. And now I'm back again, back where I belong. They say that money can't buy happiness. I say that's bullshit. It ain't the kind of thing you could put your finger on, but it's the kind of thing that gets you right in between the eyes. There's more to life than working for a living. I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. I've got the blues, oh yeah. I've got the blues, oh yeah. I've got them bad. Somebody please tell me why. Working hard all week just to pay my dues. Then I wake up Sunday morning and it's raining outside. I've got the blues, oh yeah, I've got the blues, I've got the blues, and it's driving me mad. I've got the blues, I've got them bad. Girl in San Francisco, need a return. She gave me a letter, she said, "Dear Mr. Jones, won't you write to me?" So I wrote her back, "Dear Miss Smith, I will." She sent me a ticket, flew right away, back where I belong. They say that money can't buy happiness. I say that's bullshit. It ain't the kind of thing that you could put your finger on, but it's the kind of thing that gets you right in between the eyes. There's a girl in San Francisco, she's waiting for me to return. She wrote me a letter, she said, "Dear Mr. Jones, won't you write me?" So I wrote her back, "Dear Miss Smith, I will." She sent me a plane ticket, then I flew right away. Now I'm back again, back where I belong. They say that money can't buy happiness. I say that's hogwash. It ain't the kind of thing that you could put your finger on, but it's the kind of thing that gets you right in between the eyes. There's a girl in San Francisco, she's waiting for me to return. She gave me a letter, she said, "Dear Mr. Jones, won't you write to me?" So I wrote her back, "Dear Miss Smith, I will." She sent me a ticket, then I flew right away. Now I'm back again, back where I belong. They say money can't buy happiness. I say that's bullshit. It ain't the kind of thing you could put your finger on, but it's the kind of thing that gets you right in between the eyes. There's a girl in San Francisco, she's waiting for me to return. She wrote me a letter, she said, "Dear Mr. Jones, won't you write to me?" So I wrote her back, "Dear Miss Smith, I will." Out of the void, he says he had a dream about a girl, and he knows it will come true. But she don't know that if you want a clue how things are gonna be, you know who to ask. So I went up on the roof to find out what's going on. I saw the dean out in the dark, he looked at me, he smiled, 'cause today is a good day for him to die. My mother made me eat my food. She said as long as you live, this house won't stay clean. So I took my plate and threw it on the floor down by the stairs. Then I ran into the kitchen and grabbed the knife that was there from last night's dinner. As they say that we're all cursed, there's something within us, something in our blood. We're never satisfied. But when I heard a voice in the next room, I knew it was not right. I could hear it laughing as it said, "Leave the knife, take the kid and run away, 'cause this is a good day for me to die." In the end, I found my way back home, And in my room I heard them, they were talking in the hall. And I walked through the door, and I stood before the dean with a bloody knife and a big grin. Cause today is a good day for him to die. Stared down at his face, thought about his wife and how her life would go when she learned that he was dead. And then I dropped the knife and cried, cause today was a good day to let him go. I went to see the gypsy again. Now I'm looking forward to the days ahead. I don't know what will happen, but I think I'll be fine. Cause today is a good day for me to die. I wanted to buy my brother a car, or maybe an ice cream truck, a motorcycle, or even a bicycle. But I didn't have the money, so I got a job and worked hard every day. Till one day, I bought him a car, and a bike too. And I gave him some cash, but now he thinks he owns me. And I'm so sick of him that I've changed my name and moved away. But he still comes around, looking for another handout. He always tells me, brother, you're such a fool. You should have been more like me. You should be on your knees, bowing down to me. And I always tell him, don't bother me. I've lost my faith in you. I'll never give you anything, and if I did, it would only make you mad, and you'd leave me alone. So I hope you're happy with your new toys, cause this is a good day for me to die. I tried to kill myself, but I couldn't do it right. So I just kind of half-assed it, and almost died of boredom. Cause it wasn't enough. I hate feeling this way, like I'm stuck in my head, can't get out. So I started writing poems and songs, and I wrote some plays, and I used to write short stories, but those are gone too, because I burned them. Cause I didn't want anyone to find out what goes on inside my mind. I think I'm dying, I think I'm going insane. Keep seeing these things in my dreams that aren't real. And I hear voices that I can't explain. They say I'm going crazy, so I think I'm going insane. So I guess I'll go hang myself, cause today is a good day for me to die. Real fire starters, these people that are immortalized in music and memories are made into martyrs. They're used by the government to justify their actions against the masses, who they then characterize as mindless, violent, and stupid barbarians. The truth is that the human race has always been a collection of nations, tribes, and peoples with no real love for one another. It's only the last few centuries that we have had something resembling civilization, but it was never more than illusion created by governments. There were some things about this place that I found disconcerting. Though, first the whole thing smelled of death, of decay. Second, there was one unnatural chill in the whole air that seemed to be coming from everywhere at once. Third, I felt I was being watched. And fourth, it took every ounce of self-control not to scream or run away when I saw what was standing next to me. A giant statue of a woman. She looked like she'd come straight out of Greek mythology. The kind of statues you see in museums and on postage stamps. And then there were these two, which I believe were written for the TV show, The Untouchables, The Big Boss Man, and Mr. Lucky. These songs are a little bit harder to place exactly. They don't seem to be part of any particular genre, but they're definitely bluesy. We could probably just call them ballads and leave it at that, since both of them have a sad story behind them, and that's what we've come here for. So, As you may know from your own experience, when someone has done something wrong, or has been taken advantage of, or has been badly mistreated, anywhere along those lines, they get very angry, and so do I. You can hear the anger in these songs, because people who are truly hurt become angry. They want justice, if not vengeance. That doesn't necessarily mean physical violence, though sometimes it does. But more often than not, what happens is that they find some other way to extract their revenge, whether on an individual or a group. The big boss man, however, takes things a step further by suggesting that the entire community itself is responsible for the wrongdoings. This is a common theme in blues songs, where the whole world itself seems to be against one person or another, a theme also found in folk and gospel music. But I think these two songs give us a good idea why this might be so. Here's the Big Boss Man. Big boss man, he knows all about the town he lives in. Big boss man, but he don't care about nobody else. When he's got his back up against the wall, don't try to tell him no, you'll lose your life if you cross him. Big boss man, he got money, lots of gold to spend, and on the day he dies he don't need no friends. Relatives, they're too poor to help him when he is dying. Big boss man, his house is on fire, save his wife at last, then maybe one of his children can live in it all alone. When he's got his back up against the wall, don't tell him no, you'll lose your life if you cross him. Big boss man, money, lots of gold to spend, and on the day he dies, he don't need no friends. Relatives, they're too poor to help him when he's dying. Big boss man's house is on fire, save his wife for last, maybe one of his children can live in it all alone. And now here's Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine and all the pretty girls won't go by his side. When he's out on the town looking for some action, there's only one girl who will lay with him. She loves him, no matter what he says, she treats him like a king. At night she makes him stay if he wants her to. Then Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine, tells everybody that he's gonna kill him the next time they meet. If they get together, this is how it's going to end. And then he goes off on his merry way. Now this next song is a bit unusual because it's not fun. Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine and all the pretty girls won't go by his side. When he's out on the town looking for some action, there's only one girl who will lay with him. She loves him no matter what he says, she treats him like a king. At night she makes him stay if he wants her to. The Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine, tells everybody that he's gonna kill him the next time they meet. And now finally, the last song in our blues collection, Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine, all the pretty girls won't go by his side. He's out on the town looking for some action. There's only one girl who will lay with him. She loves him no matter what he says. She treats him like a king, and at night she makes him stay if he wants her to. The Mr. The Hill, where the sun don't shine, tells everybody that he's gonna kill him the next time they meet. Now as you can see, all these songs deal with very real human problems: greed, envy, injustice, and revenge. Blues is a form of music that covers a lot of territory. It's a great way to express yourself in a way that's very direct and honest. It's always a pleasure to sing and play it, because there's no other music quite like it. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the concert. See you next time. I'm gonna take that old, worn trail to some new land of knowing, where peace and unity is the way of life. Heading down that old rusty road, look up to the sky just to see the sun beam down so bright. Oh, the sun is shining down. It's the hope of living free, singing songs with the lyrics both bold and true, rough and tough like Bob Dylan, sweet and soulful like Bob Marley. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. On our journey we'll find a place where everyone knows love's so strong and no one has to worry about a thing. Hold your spirit high, let us soar, time to write a brand new day that only comes when we are one. Oh, the sun is shining down. Oh, the sun is shining down. It's the hope of living free, singing songs with lyrics both bold and true, rough and tough like Bob Dylan, sweet and soulful like Bob Marley. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. Together we can both travel on for miles on end, rocking with the soul and truth as one. All of us together, standing in the light, carry on a vision and make it last forever. Oh, the sun is shining down. Oh, the sun is shining down. It's the hope of living free, singing songs with lyrics both bold and true, rough and tough like Bob Dylan, sweet and soulful like Bob Marley. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. It's our time to rise up, oh yeah. Stay with you all the way. If there is no pardon for the reason that we were convicted, is the same reason that we think. 100 years from now, or perhaps less, if we are still remembered at all, it is safe to say that our name will be synonymous with the term American Martyr. In that time, many books may be written upon the subject of our case, but none of them can approach in eloquence the simple and powerful appeal made by Niccolo, Sacco, and Bartolomeo Vanzetti. The victims of this system, the last words of their speech in court, which they were never allowed to finish, are worth the reading in this book. To honor we cannot plead guilty for the crimes of others, but have been forced to stand trial for the labor activities and be condemned as murderers and thieves. Our friends and comrades throughout the nation, especially in Italy, ask that we die as martyrs for our cause, and we shall, if such be will of our fellow workers. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go, where the sun gets drunk off of all those southern drinks, and cactus vines grew like every face and mine, and the sand was so white it nearly made me blind. I'm gonna drink a little more, Yeah, I gotta get the hell back home so I can tell them all goodbye and get myself a wife. Yeah, Arizona, Mexico, I'll go where the desert is, my friend, and it takes up all my days and nights. Lonely as a star in the sky, where there feels like heaven. I'm gonna take a ride out there tonight to see if she's still around. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go where the cacti grow tall and straight and blow their seeds across for miles. If they don't catch you, then maybe you won't die. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go where the moon is always blue, with nothing but a smile on her face. She's waiting there for me. If I can only find the time. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go with the stars in mind to keep, so long as I don't give them away. I wanna stay far from this town before I lose my soul. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go where the sun goes down behind the mountains, and there ain't no one left alive. But that's okay, 'cause I've never been much for company. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go where the blood runs red and green, the beer flows cold, the women are easy. It's the good life I need, and I'm gonna get me some. Arizona, Mexico, I'll go. Billy, you're so far away from home, but I'm here for you and I'll always stay. I know that Billy's not the kind to run away. He's a hero who won't go down without fighting. So if you're ever lonely there by yourself, just call my name and I'll come running to you. They said that Pretty Boy died in jail. He didn't have no friends there, but his spirit, they say, is still here, watching over the land. Now every night he rides with the Black Hat Bandits. They ride away in the darkness, ripping up the plains. We know Pretty Boy's dead, but his spirit lives on. He was our favorite outlaw, and we'd sing his songs at midnight. The fireflies were glimmering bright. Pretty Boy would ride through the dark, through the valley and up the hillside, smiling, laughing and singing his song. To hear Pretty Boy sing takes my mind off the troubles of the day. Wherever I go, and we would all get together, have ourselves a picnic by the banks of the Cimarron River. So I'm walking that lonesome highway, me and my big old baggage. The law's behind me, but I don't mind, my heart is free. I got to keep on moving on. If my footprints were silver and my soul had wings, I'd fly up the river and be gone forevermore. So I'm going down to that river, and just to sit a while and watch it flow on by. I'm watching the shadows of the trees as they dance on the water's face. There's a shadow beside me, whispering, your time has come. So I'm going down to the river, and just to sit a while and watch it flow on by. I'm watching the shadows of the trees, they dance on the water's face. There's a shadow beside me who whispers, don't you cry. Pretty boy's a ghost, haunting the Cimarron hills, riding with the Black Hat Bandits, singing his songs in the dark. A shadow comes to him, sometimes he hears a whisper, your time is coming near. Then he turns to look behind, but there's nothing there. Pretty boy's a ghost, haunting the Cimarron hills, riding with the Black Hat Bandits, singing his songs in the dark. He was our favorite outlaw, and we'd sing his songs at midnight, when the fireflies were glimmering bright. Pretty boy would ride through the dark, through the valley and up the hillside, smiling, laughing, and singing his song. To hear Pretty Boy sing takes my mind off the troubles of the day. Wherever I go, we would all get together and have ourselves a picnic by the banks of the Cimarron River. So I'm walking that lonesome highway, me and my big old baggage. The law's behind me, but I don't mind, my heart is free. I got to keep on moving on. If my footprints were silver and my soul had wings, I'd fly away and be gone forevermore. So I'm going down to the river, and just to sit a while and watch it flow on by. I'm watching the shadows of the trees as they dance on the water's face. There's a shadow beside me, whispering, your time has come. So I'm going down to the river, and just to sit a while and watch it flow on by. I'm watching the shadows of the trees as they dance on the water's face. There's a shadow beside me, whispering, your time has come. So I'm going down to the river, and just to sit a while and watch it flow on by. I'm watching the shadows of the trees as they dance on the water's face. There's a shadow beside me who whispers, don't you cry. Look out the window, what do you see? Trash can cars, burnt out bars, and supernova stars. Look out the window, what do you see? White canvas grew over empty places, but now lush landscapes fill up all those blank spaces. And all the lonely stars are dead. All the lonely stars are dead. But now I was getting in my groove. My riffs were coming faster, more like a machine than a human being. I could feel it in my veins. This song was going to be something special, but there was still one thing I hadn't done. I had to get that chorus right. The lyrics needed an emotional hook, something that would make the listener want to jump up and down when they heard it. I thought about how I felt when the news of Dylan's death came through. All those years I'd been listening to his music, then he was gone. All my favorite albums, all the songs that meant so much to me, gone. It was like losing a friend, or worse, a best friend. And it seemed even scarier because I knew nobody else would ever write another song as good as Like a Rolling Stone. So what did Bob Dylan have on his tombstone? I don't know, but I was sure he wasn't getting around telling anyone. So why not tell people myself? Lonely stars are dead, lonely stars are dead. I screamed into the mic, lonely stars are dead. Audience went crazy, they loved it. After the show I got standing ovation. Everyone wanted to shake my hand and thank me for the great set. My manager came over with some flowers and said, "Hey man, you're doing great. You should consider recording an album." Yeah, I told him, I'm thinking about it. Later that night, I sat alone in my apartment, sipping on my whiskey. I'd never touched the stuff before, but I figured it might help me sleep. I was staring at the bottle when I noticed something weird. It had a label on it, and it read, Bob Dylan. Curious, I took the cap off and peered inside. Sure enough, I saw a few more words scrawled on the bottom of the bottle. At first I couldn't believe my eyes. There was no mistaking. This was definitely Bob Dylan's whiskey. As soon as I finished reading, I tossed it aside, drank half a glass of water, and fell asleep.
A couple weeks later, I was sitting in my living room, watching the TV, when the phone rang. It was the studio, asking if I'd be interested in recording a new song. I agreed, and we made plans for the next day. When I arrived, they brought me into a big recording booth. There was a microphone in front of me, and a keyboard behind me. On the other side of the glass, I could see the producer, an old guy who looked like a retired boxer. I introduced myself and shook his hand.